Hey, welcome back, Mark's Garage Channel. Early morning, nice day out. It's cloudy, so it's nicer working outside. What I want to do today is treat the interior of this door for rust. Now, I'm not going to get into repairing these rust holes just yet, but I want to do that sooner than later, I think. And what I want to do is get this pocket cleaned out again so that I'm able to adjust the door when it's on. When I had it on before, I could not slide the tongue of the hinge in and out of this slot. I even tried prying on it. It wasn't until I took the hinge off and really kind of tapped it out with a hammer that I can get it apart. So I want to treat that. So what I'm going to do is I've got my acid here and a brush, and I'm just going to reach in as far as I can, and anything I can get that rust treatment on, I'm going to get it done. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you can hear the noise in the background. They're doing water main work up and down the street behind me and on my street. They're saw cutting everywhere. They're cutting in the new water main, each individual house. So they're going house to house, digging up the road in front of the house and making the tie-in. And they're coming down my street. I'll get to my house probably in the next few days. But this is that acid from Home Depot, and I'm just reaching in best I can, getting it on every surface. I think I'll even put it on the outside when I get there. You can see the Volkswagen TDI wagon in the background. We're going to work on that this afternoon when my son's ready to do it. He's not a morning person like me unless it involves his job, which he's between jobs right now. So he's sleeping late. For me, I told him I'd get up early and do it before it gets hot out. Somehow kids don't listen to their parents. I don't understand that. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to treat all this here just to be, I'm going to cut out a lot of this later on. So getting back to the TDI, the story with that is he wanted one as a commuter vehicle because they have such great gas mileage. He found one on Marketplace at a very reasonable price, but it needed work. And the work it needed, it said it had a leak in the power steering. So we ended up changing the power steering rack, which leads to changing the ball joints and the lower control arms at the same time. Might as well change it while you're there. And then the subframe we found had a little rot to it, which we cut out and welded some patching over it. And then he took it for alignment. This is a funny story. Not funny, I don't know. You tell me what you think of this story. He takes it for the alignment, and the shop guy at the alignment place says, "Why are you always bringing me junk?" Because he brings his Jeep, he brought his Jeep there with the lift kit too. So I don't know how to interpret that. Is the guy saying, "I don't want your business, don't come here with your vehicles," or was he telling him, you know, whatever? I don't know. I don't know how to interpret that. And my son didn't know. I said, well, you know, what was the context? And he didn't know. But the guy did tell him that the subframe in the rear was very rotted. And my son said, well, I'll just drive it till the wheels fall off. And lo and behold, the wheels fall off. When you hit a bump, the rear subframe broke after a couple weeks. So we're in the process of replacing that now, and that's what we'll be doing later on this afternoon. I'll see if I can remember to document that when we do that. I mean, we've already taken it apart. So, see how that goes. wondering if I should have taken the chrome off of this so it doesn't get acid on it. Hope it doesn't affect it. You see I'm doing this hinge pocket. I want to get that very clean inside. I don't have any issues when I'm putting the hinge in and out. So I'll let this stuff sit for a few hours. I'm going to go visit my mom. I'll let this sit, and then I'll come back, maybe I'll hose it off to neutralize it and spray it, and after it dries, spray it with Rust-Oleum, my favorite product, the rust converter. I found if you don't remove or don't neutralize the acid and spray the rust converter, you get like a white bleed through. It doesn't look good. It's not a good look. It's on the frame of my 47, which I want to do over one of these days. But I enjoy driving the 47. I'm getting more and more used to driving it and enjoying it. And I bring that to all the car shows, which is one tomorrow, maybe even two tomorrow. I don't know. Gotta look at the timing. It'd be fun if I could hit two in one day. I think there's one Sunday as well. I don't know how much of this I'm going to leave on. When I say this, I mean the this video. You're probably bored out of your mind listening to me talk. Still confused why they would, this trim piece here is missing. Why somebody would remove that and get rid of it, but I'm in the market. Anybody knows where I can get one, or two rather. I need both sets. Interesting that this truck, if you look at the color, there's a forest green on the top, light green, mint green on the top rather, forest green on the bottom. There's a nice two-tone. And they sprayed it orange, so I'm guessing maybe it was a state truck or a municipal truck at some point in time in its history. And I was tempted, I got the title, I was tempted to maybe call the owner, or the previous owner, which wasn't the guy I bought it from. He just transferred the title to me. I was thinking of, maybe giving him a ring or, doing a little Google search, see if I can find him. I don't even know if he's, person. But I thought it'd be nice to see if he knows any history on the truck, just because I'm interested. Not that I want to hold him accountable or anything like that. I'm just curious. This must have been a municipal truck, and they painted orange as part of the sales. Curious. Anybody knows anything about that? I'd love to hear it. This is, I've only reached in so far. You can only go so far. I can get my hand in here, but I really can't see what I'm doing. In hindsight, I probably should have gone in far first, so I don't get acid on my forearm like I just did. This acid's pretty mild. It doesn't burn like hydrochloric acid or anything like that, but you still gotta, as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna go rinse my arm with soap and water just to get it neutralized. Hopefully I won't have any issues. I'm sure it's not good for me. sure there's more rust down in this area at the bottom. The last thing I want to do, I'm not going to cut this open just to access it. I think that's silly. But I might turn this up and let everything run downhill. And at some point in time, I'm going to cut this open to replace to patch this, and then I can reach in better than I am now and get at that. That's the last few acids. Let me get a flashlight and see what's going on in there. Yeah, I gotta go way down, and there's brackets and stuff that gotta get coated in there. There's a big brace running across the outer skin about this far down. I'm about 6 inches above that with my reach so far. So I really need to get down there further. So let me get a little more acid on here. This stuff goes a long way. Gallon's about 20 bucks at Home Depot. Let me see if I can reach. Yeah, I can feel the bracket now. And then, you know, I should probably flip this door. Well, I don't know how I'm going to do the top of this door. I'm just kind of blindly spreading it on the top side. I don't know if I'm getting good coverage. There's a bracket I'm feeling and I'm cleaning off this. Hopefully this does the trick. I guess I can figure out, I could probably spray this product, put it in my old paint gun and just blast it in there. That wouldn't hurt. I'm reaching down to about here right now. I'm doing the top side or the inner skin through all these ribs. Yeah, I'll probably definitely do this again, a second coat for sure. A little more over here. This is, you know, what I haven't done is the inside here along the top. I don't know if it's rusted. You literally can't see it without a mirror. See that there. Which will eventually beg the next question. How are you going to paint this once it's done? Am I going to reach in here with a brush and put on the direct rust primer? I'm guessing that's probably the way to go. Can't spray paint in there. See a dry spot right there. Oh, interesting, you know, all that extra starting to pool at the low spot. I can see it down there pooling. So I can just kind of spread it around. can. Definitely going to be clean in there. Alright, I gotta go rinse my arm under the hose. I'm got dampness. I want to get this acid off of me before it starts to burn, if it burns. I don't know. Get back to this later.